Good morning, everybody. Cold is officially in the air, and with cold comes a snowman. And I got this beautiful shirt from my friend Bonnie, who made it for me to wear Friday night at the Ball Ground Parade. And it says, in memory of Ball Ground Coca-Cola. And the snowman has a Coca-Cola. Do you know the last time I drank a real Coke? A long time ago. But I do like Diet Coke. So there you go. I love it, Bonnie. Thank you so very, very much. And I hope that everybody who sees it says, oh, we want to have one just like it. Well, I think that would be really, really cool if we were all running around in one of these in memory of Ball Ground Coca-Cola. How cool. And if you haven't seen the Ball Ground mural in downtown Coca-Cola, in downtown Ball Ground, come by and see it. You can see it Friday night when you come to our parade, because we are going to have refreshments at our office, which is right across from the mural, and down at the Roberts building. We're going to be open there. It's at the corner of Old Dawsonville and 372. Come in. Dr. Zeman has been sweet enough, kind enough, and generous enough to let us use the building, and he's going to be there helping us host a little event, and I hope that you will come in. And number one, get out of the cold. Number two, have some hot chocolate or some friendship cider, or you can just sit and rest your old aching feet, because by the time you get there at 4 o'clock, waiting on the parade to start at 7, y'all are going to be whooped before the parade starts. This is the best parade in Ball Ground, the best parade in Georgia, the best parade anywhere. We love this parade, so we want to encourage you to get out and get to know our tiny city. We do love this city. And it is about giving back and giving to others. Please also bring a toy for Toys for Tots, because there are so many children this year. This has been a tough, tough year. I don't know if y'all have looked around at your bills, but when they said on the news that you could do a Thanksgiving dinner for $54, I thought, who are they kidding? There's no way you can do it. It's several $100s. People are still struggling and still fighting the prices. So get out, and if you are able, if you have been blessed and you have a little extra money, please bring a Toys for Tots. That's what we do the parade for. That's what we are trying to do, is give back, give back, give back. Now I'm going to share some photos with you, and I want to remind you, last Thursday night at the Georgia Mountain Fair, the lights were turned on, and the Christmas lights are there, and we would love for y'all to get out and go spend time. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night between now and Christmas, except the last week right before Christmas. They're open every single night. So get out and go up to Hiawassee. Such a beautiful, beautiful area, and nothing any prettier than when you go through and you see all the crisp white on the mountains. It's just beautiful. And this is teaching y'all something about decorating. My house was always decorated with things that I love. Memories. My whole life is about memories. I love antiques, I love collectibles, I love old china, I love old stuff. So if you're new, you're probably not coming to my house because I don't like new stuff. I like old stuff. And this Christmas tree was done in hearts, because I always cook chicken on Heart of the Home, and everybody used to tell me, you can do anything with chicken, and yes, I can. And so I did a Christmas tree with hearts and chickens, which is kind of weird, but it's what I liked because it reminds me of me. So get out your ornaments and make new ornaments. Bonnie made me a new ornament, and it is also the Coca-Cola, and I'm going to put these on the tree down at the event. So guys, can we get a close-up of that? Maybe, there you go. But these are ornaments that she made that match my t-shirt, and I think that is the coolest thing ever. So I'm going to put these on the tree at the Roberts building, and it's going to be really, really sweet. And again, it says, in memory of Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Ball Ground, Georgia. And Frosty has got himself a Coca-Cola. And if you don't remember all the different themes and all the different songs about Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola has always been a friendly little thing. And so it just kind of brings good memories to me, because Mom worked for Coca-Cola when I was a kid. So there's the building where we're going to be, and we want y'all to come and be with us. It is going to be just, we're going to have refreshments, and we're going to just have a good time opening the door, getting you in out of the cold. We've got a few chairs that I've set up. And again, I think it's going to be warmer in there than it will be outside. And these are my beautiful, beautiful goodies from my buddy Bonnie Lacey over in Albertville, Alabama, and she made those. And look at my table. It's to complement my table because it's all about Coca-Cola. It's all about the things that I love, and I love the collectibles. I love Coca-Cola. I love any kind of memorabilia about dishes. And y'all know that I did a tree one year that stayed up 6 years because it had my grandmother's china on it, and I just did not have the heart to take that tree down. But you know, you can get out and you can get very creative with doing your own tree and do a memory tree. I've done a memory tree for about 14 years now, and it's kind of hard because there are people on that tree that remind me of how much I miss them, but it's what we do. It's what we do. And again, that was my kitchen Christmas tree. This is my favorite. This is the tree that had my grandmother's china on it, and then that is a wreath that is hanging from a chandelier, because we were going to hang it on the wall, and I told my daughter, I said, that might mess up my wall, and I don't want to mess up that wall. So she came up with this great idea to put it on the chandelier. And if you're at home creating your Christmas wonderland today, maybe you can take some of the ideas that we used, because Angela was pretty creative. I would come up with this vision and I'd say, okay, sugar, this is how we're going to do it. This is one of my favorite pieces, and this is Nana Baker's, and it was her mom's. And so this is like 6 generations that I have this beautiful painting, and I'm very, very thankful that it hangs in the house, and it reminds me every day that we are blessed. We are beyond blessed. So as the holidays approach, doesn't matter what kind of situation you're in, just look around and you will find a blessing. And that is a blessing that I got on Saturday morning. Somebody brought it to me and gifted it to me. And I thought, well, that was really sweet of him. So that is an old Coca-Cola sign. And you will get to see that when you visit with us in Ball Ground. We're going to have, the building is full of good Coca-Cola collectibles and some chairs for you to sit down in, and just a wonderful, convenient place to prop down because you're going to be tired. Now this is what Thanksgiving dinner means to me. My grandmother's old dishes, my grandmother's jewel tea china. That's what it's about. It's about those ladies who taught me to cook. It's about those ladies who taught me that fine china is fine dining. And I pulled one on my kids because they walked in the door and they had paper plates in their hands and said, Mom, we brought paper plates. And I said, no. So I made them get the china out of the cabinet that needed to be washed because it had been sitting there a while. And I made them wash it first, and we used it, and then I made them wash it again and put it back up. So use your granny's china. Enjoy it. And this is my first flop. The recipe was fantastic. It tasted wonderful, but my oven and the recipe did not agree with each other. I cooked it exactly the time it said to, and the top got too brown. But it did not hurt the eating of it at all. It tasted just the same, and it was wonderful. And there's the china that I made the kids wash, and I'm sure there's still discussion. Do you believe we walked in the door with the paper plates and she made us wash china? Yeah, that's what moms do. That's what moms do. You know, it's all about tradition, and the tradition at my house is get out the good dishes. What are you saving them for? When you're gone, the kids are just going to put them in a yard sale. So come on, use them while you can. I also want to remind you that the Botanical Garden in Ball Ground is free. It has great places for photo opportunities with your children. Take your kids down there and do their Christmas photos. The garden club has decorated it. It is absolutely stunning. And there's a little boy that I love to death. That's our Riker John. And Riker John worked on a Christmas tree that I had ordered, and I thought, I don't know if he's too old to enjoy this or not, but he loved it. And that's what it's about. The holidays are about the children. The holidays are about the memories. The holidays are about making it a good time for everybody you know. And a big thank you to Eric and Jared Wilmarth for the big bridge that they built at the Botanical Garden. So many people have been a part of that Botanical Garden, and when you wander through there, you will see many, many hands have touched that garden, and many, many hands have worked hard for you to be able to enjoy it, and it is free of charge. Now that was a good ham. That was a really, really good ham. I have bought some that were not so good. So when you go to the grocery store, it's kind of like shooting craps. You don't know what you're going to get. You just don't know. You can buy the same brand over and over. Sometimes it's good, sometimes not so much. This is the star of the show. Everybody knows Xana Jordan is the star of the show. She is our miracle baby. She is now 2 years and 3 months old, but she's the size of a 5-year-old. She's going to be so tall, and it looks like she's going to take after her Aunt Leslie, who is 6 feet tall, and her grandmother, who's 5'11". It looks like the kid is going to be ginormous because she's not a little girl anymore. Okay, this is in honor and in memory of my beautiful daughter who went to be with Jesus. This is something she did at her house. She always put a Christmas tree in the refrigerator. Now, it sounds kind of stupid, but I did it anyway in memory of my daughter. I remember the day I opened her refrigerator and I said, "Oh my gosh, there's a Christmas tree in your refrigerator." Yes, indeed there was, so I have one now. And this is Miss Ansley Elizabeth as she was when she was 4 years old. So if you think she looks like Xana, well, I don't know. Xana's almost bigger than her mama was at 4, so it's funny how things are changing. Xana's becoming her own person. And this again shows you how we decorated with the chandelier and the tree with the china, and just use the things you have. You know, don't go out and buy a bunch of stuff. And there's my beautiful daughter, my granddaughter, and son-in-law, and yeah, she is missed beyond. She is. It doesn't get any easier. I'm not going to tell you it does, so if you think it does, I'd be lying to you. Don't forget the Georgia Mountain Fair. All of this is available Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, and you can go wander through. There will be crafters there. There will be carolers there. There will be a variety of things to do. Take your children, and again, this is Hiawassee at the Georgia Mountain Fair, and it is a wonderful, wonderful time to get out, especially after eating one of those big meals like we've eaten, get out and walk through the fairgrounds. So spend some time in Hiawassee and get to know the nice people up there. I know you remember, I've told you over and over, the Georgia Mountain Fair adds tons of revenue to the state of Georgia, so support them when you can. And if your kids are into Elf on the Shelf, well, we have the elf at our office, and the elf just keeps appearing, and you can get your picture made with the elf. The elf just keeps showing up and showing up and showing up. So I can guarantee you, the night of the parade, bring your children and get your pictures made with the elf. Now, about a week ago, the Fountain Boys provided a meal for 300 people in Jasper, and there was one lady there who came and got plates to feed her children. We're trying to reach out to her because I think there's a need there, and the guys wanted to talk to her and see if there was anything they could do to help her. So if you know the lady who had 5 children at home and she got 5 plates to go, we would love to know who this lady is. I know a lot of people were standing in line near her, but nobody knew her name. So if you do know the name, or if you're that person, if you'll reach out to me, please, I will get in touch with Donnie because he wanted to see if there was anything they could do to help you. So now this is my house with the Christmas trees that I chose for, this is my choice, the pink pig. Everybody who ever grew up in Atlanta knows about the pink pig. Anybody who ever went to Alaska fishing knows that it's known for fishing. So I had one tree that was full of fish out of going into Alaska. I had one tree out of pigs that was from riding the pink pig in Macy's and Rich's. And then I had the tree with my grandmother's china on it. You can choose anything you want to make a theme for your Christmas holidays. Just look around your house and think about what you love. Do you love to cook? Do you love to sew? I think it would be really, really cool to have a tree with all your sewing things on it. That would be really sweet, and to have little squares that you made, something like that. But get out and look, just look at what you have. Now this, everybody knows I love antiques. Don't like that new stuff. It's not made out of wood. It's never even known a tree. I like the old stuff. I don't like change. And so if you have your grandmother's antiques, love them, cherish them, take care of them, and make your kids promise not to put them in a yard sale when you're dead and gone. So, and this is, of course, Denali, Alaska. That room was a very special room to me because we had a lot of great memories in Alaska. And this is my favorite quilt. This is hand stitched, 11 stitches per inch, and it has each lady's name on the squares that they did. It was done in about 1930. And it's one of my very, very favorite pieces. So I hope that you will, you know, If you're wandering around looking and you're in an antique store, try to find a quilt that has a history with it. That's one of my favorite things to do. I love to find quilts, and I love to hold them and think about who worked on them, who made them, because there's somebody's hands that did a lot of love and a lot of creation to create that quilt. No, I can't quilt either. I can't sing, I can't do music, and I can't quilt, but I've got somebody who's going to join me in just a minute that can play the piano, and we're going to talk to this beautiful young lady when we come back. So let's take a break. We'll be back in just a minute.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
See us anytime you can.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Wow, I'm back, and guess what? I have a guest, and she is talented. She's not like me. She knows how to play the piano. Tell people a little bit about yourself, and how did you get involved in playing the piano?
So I've loved playing piano. I don't really know how I got involved in it, but I know I love it.
You do?
Yeah. And I've been playing piano for 3 years, and it's been really fun.
And you started at home? Is that
Yeah.
how you started learning at home, and then you now take lessons?
Yep.
What do you think about your teacher?
She's a fun teacher.
Yeah, that's so important, because if you walk in and it's like work and it's boring, then some kids don't ever get interested in it. So is she pretty structured about, you got to practice so long and you got to do this?
Well, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. Does she let you kind of show your talent off a little bit?
A tiny bit.
A tiny bit. So I found you because you wanted to play music for some folks, and your mom, I think, had reached out and said, hey, my daughter likes to play the piano and she'd like to go somewhere and play Christmas music for people to enjoy. Yeah. So I reached out and said, I think we could make some people enjoy your music. So what songs have you chosen?
I have chosen Frosty the Snowman, one of my favorites, Silent Night, Little Drummer Boy, The First Noel, and my favorite, Carol of the Bells.
Okay. And you have a little sister who also plays. Now, is she as good as you? No. Uh-oh. In a year or two, we'll have her on, right? Do you make her practice?
Sometimes.
Okay, okay. And you also play what, the violin?
Yep, and the ukulele and the guitar.
And which is your favorite instrument?
I like listening to the violin, but I love playing piano.
Wow. What about the guitar? Is that hard?
I'm self-taught with the guitar. I know one song.
Okay.
It wasn't actually difficult to learn. The internet helped me.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it's crazy, but I was telling your mom that's how my son learned to play. Is he walked in and he had taken lessons. He was very bored with it, and his teacher was truly boring. And so he looked at me and said, "Mom, you're wasting your money." And so I walked in and he was teaching himself on the internet. And I thought, that's crazy, but that's kind of the world we're in today. You know, it's like my car needed to be worked on, and I said, well, let's go to the internet and see about how long it's going to take so I'll know how much I'll be charged. And we do everything based on the internet. So it is what it is. Now, can we talk a little bit about the beginning of your life? Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. You were adopted at?
I was adopted from foster care after 2 years of living in a foster home. My biological mom has a brain disease, and she was not a good person in general, but I got adopted when I was 2, and then I went to Colombia when I was 3 to go see my grandparents and my aunt, and it was a really fun time. And I have loved this family dearly, and I'm very thankful that they adopted me, because if they didn't adopt me, I don't know what would happen.
That's right. And there are so many children today in foster care. And the children in foster care know the kids didn't do anything. You know, there's a problem with their parents. Maybe it's a mental issue, maybe it's drugs, maybe it's a medical issue. You know, there's so many reasons that kids end up in foster care. I have a friend who raises money for kids in foster care for Christmas, and he's done it for 37 years. And he said every single year the need grows. And so thank goodness that your adoptive parents stepped up and adopted you. Now, have you taken on some of their personality because you've been around them so long?
Yes, I've cooked a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and do either of them have a musical talent?
My dad plays guitar, and he has like 5 guitars.
Wow, wow.
And my mom sings.
And does she sing good?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, you hesitated a little bit. Okay, so is she more like, is she country, gospel, classical? What does she sing?
All of it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, a variety, yeah. Now, where do y'all go to school?
We are homeschooled.
Okay.
And it's called Stillwater's Academy. I like being homeschooled.
Yeah.
I used to go to private school, and it was not fun.
Yeah, I did a cooking class with homeschool kids. And when we left there, I told the lady who helped me, I said, oh my gosh, those kids were so smart, they were so polite, they were so well-rounded. I said, this is what we used to get in public school. So things have changed a little bit in public school. I hope that we'll get things to go back to where they used to be. That one-on-one, it seems like there's not enough time for each child to get the attention they need. Yeah. So, yeah. Now, who's your teacher, mom or dad?
For singing?
No, for school.
My mom is my teacher. We also work on the computer too. And yeah.
What about sports?
I don't play any sports.
Okay. Okay. Does your sister?
No.
No. Okay. Because you're pretty tall. I would think you could play basketball.
I love basketball though.
Okay. There you go. There you go. So, okay. Well, we're going to take a break, and we're going to let you do a couple of songs. Now, are you nervous at all?
A little.
Shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Because I heard you play when you came in, and the reason I wanted to invite you, we have this beautiful piano, and we just had it tuned, and we really needed an excuse to show off the piano, and you're our excuse to do it. So I'm so glad you're here. Now tell people your name and a little bit about if they want to invite you to maybe their nursing home or somewhere, their senior citizen center, and they have a piano. Would you like to go and play?
Yes, I would. And my name is Isabelle Myerscough. Trust me, it's a hard name to say.
It is hard. It is hard. I love that. Now, where are your parents from?
My mom's from California and my dad is from Canada.
Canada. Wow. Wow. How cool is that? Okay, she's California, he's Canada. How did the two meet?
A phone call.
A phone call. Well, there you go. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Isabel's going to be playing for us, right? All right, here we go.
Get up, everybody. It's Christmas time. Jingle bells, jingle bells, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the hills we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun it is to ride in Santa's sleigh tonight. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells. A week or two ago, I set out on my way down the old dirt road on that Georgia clay. The afternoon was mine, the truck was running fine. I drove and drove till I wound up in downtown Ellijay. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Hey y'all, welcome to Downtown Ball Ground. We are in the Roberts building, which is one of my favorite buildings in Downtown Ball Ground. We want to invite you to come to our Christmas parade, where we will be hosting, sharing, welcoming any and everybody. Come on down. Have a little cocoa, have a cookie, get to know this beautiful town that we all love. And you might learn a little history about the old Coca-Cola plant that used to be in Ball Ground. I hear tell that those Coke bottles are really hard to find and they're expensive. So if you have one, lucky you, lucky you. Again, come on down and visit. It is Friday night, December the 6th, starts at 7, but you better get here about 5. We hope to see you soon. Bye, y'all.
We already played your video.
Okay. You're ready, Isabelle.
It was Christmas time in my hometown in 1989. Kinfolk would be coming down, but none of whom were mine. So I told the captain, I'll just work a double, I believe, so the ones that have their families can be home on Christmas Eve. I'm a policeman in Georgia, and a young one, by the way. Silver bells, shotgun shells, and a 4-door Chevrolet. The weatherman says snow tonight, and no one should be out. Slim left word to park the cruiser and patrol in my old Scout. Barely just into the night, as the snow came falling down, dispatch come on with a call to the bridge just north of town. The call came from a payphone. They said they saw a light. As I approached, an old guitar was ringing through the night. There beneath the steel and stone, on a worn-out sleeping bag, an old man sat there all alone, humming one by Hag. The fire lit up his tired old face, his eyes shined in the light. He said, "Lieutenant, I guess I'm out of place, but I'll just be here for tonight." Dispatch come back on the air. "Is everything 10-4?" I told him I'd be there a couple minutes more. I said that old Gibson's sounding fine. He said it's all that's left that I call mine. It's been with me since 1954. I had a loving family, but the Lord, He needed them more than me. New Year's Eve, 1967. It seems like only yesterday, but it was long ago and far away. I'm on the road, and they're all up in heaven. He said, "Anyway, I can't play like before. My fingers don't work good anymore. If you'll let me stay here just tonight, I'll be gone by morning light." I stood a block of wood up on its end, and he handed me his only friend. I sat down there by the fire, and I played that old man's heart's desire. As he lay back there on his sack, I played the one about the Cadillac, and I watched him as he drifted off to sleep. I put his old guitar to bed, chunked his fire in my head. A scene played out that I will always keep. Be careful how you treat them all. You never know when you might fall and need someone to show a little love. Or even in just what disguise something opens up your eyes, or when you'll have a visit from somewhere up above. 2C's 10-8. Merry Christmas, Ellijay.
We're back. Okay, if I were going to grade Isabella, if I were her homeschool teacher, what grade would you give her for her recital? I would give her an A+. You did great, and I loved what you finished with. They always say save the best for last, and I think you did.
Yes, I did.
Were you okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you calmed down. Your fears kind of went away. You did great. Great. Now, did you bring your sister to visit with us?
Yeah, she wanted to come.
Yeah, she wanted to be here. Okay, tell me a little bit about the things that are the same about y'all, the things that are different about y'all. Do you agree on everything? Do you understand each other? Do you get along?
Half the time, no, we do not get along.
Uh-oh. Is she a brat?
Sometimes.
You always say the little ones are brats. I had 2 daughters who were 5 years apart, and one was always the brat, and as they got older, they got really, really close. So you will get close, yeah. And one day you'll look at her and say, well, you're not a brat after all, so yeah. Now, let's talk about your music. What do you do in music?
I play piano, ukulele, piano.
You already said piano.
Oh.
Piano, ukulele, and what
Violin.
else? Violin.
And also recorder.
Oh, well, what about that?
Recording.
See? That's crazy. Now, who's the smartest in grades? Who gets the best grades? She does. Okay. Is she an overachiever? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. You were also adopted, and you were adopted very, very tiny. How old were you when your family got you?
Not sure.
3 days? I think it was 3 days.
No, she was 6 weeks, but she was born at 28 weeks.
6 weeks, but oh, that's right. You were a preemie, and you were in the neonatal unit for a long, long time. So the miracle of medicine brought you through some pretty tough times, I would say, and then you had this wonderful family waiting for you. Now, if you could choose your family, would you choose them again? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Who's your favorite, mom or dad? Mom's not listening, and I know dad will never hear this, but who's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
Dad.
Dad? Uh-oh. Isn't that weird? You know, there's always one girl who hooks on to daddy. Yeah, yeah. So who's your favorite?
Don't ask.
Don't ask. Uh-oh. Okay, now, do you want to clarify how your parents met? Because it really had to do with work, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that some of it was on a phone call.
Okay. But they actually worked for the same business, or how did that?
Not originally, but eventually.
Eventually. Okay, okay. So from Canada to California back to Georgia. How did y'all end up in Georgia?
I don't really know.
How long have you lived in Georgia?
She was born at Kennestown.
Yeah, so you were born in Kennestown. Okay. So you were always here. Yeah. Both of y'all were born in Georgia? Yep.
Yep.
Cool. Cool. So do you have a southern accent? Because you don't talk like me. I talk real country. I didn't used to talk like this. I used to sound like a city slicker. You wouldn't have recognized me. I was just totally different. And I got up here and I got just as country as fast as I could. So, but you don't sound like that. Yeah. When you go visit people, do they say, well, if you're from the South, where's your accent?
No.
No, because you don't have a southern accent. You want to borrow mine? No, no. Now, tell me a little bit about being homeschooled. Do y'all love it? Is that what you would choose to do? Yes, yes, yes. And you can advance at your own pace because you can graduate earlier.
Yeah.
Would you do that? Do you try to speed up a little bit?
Sometimes.
And baby sister, do you advance?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and what kind of time do y'all put in every day? Do you have certain hours you do this?
We do it early in the morning.
Yeah, get it over with. Yeah, yeah. It's amazing to me. I was watching some kids who were doing a course, and in 6 weeks they finished the course that the teacher in school would have taken a year to teach. And it was because they worked at their own pace, and I thought that was really interesting. So, yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, for homeschooling, a lot of kids, it works. I have a family here in Ellijay who has 6 kids that they homeschool. Think about that, 6 kids. But they love it, and they've done it from day one. So, you know, I guess whatever works for you. Now, do you want to tell folks again your name and tell them to get on Facebook and reach out to your mom if they want to have you come and visit and you play the piano for them?
Isabelle Myerscough.
And your mom's name is?
Myerscough.
Christine. And she's on Facebook, and they can actually go to my Facebook page and we'll have a link to your mom. So if somebody wants to contact y'all and have you go and play, would you like to play piano for somebody one day? Yes? Okay. Well, maybe next time we can do both of you. How about if we do an Easter recital? Could y'all do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all practice and then come back on Easter. Is that good?
Yep.
Okay. They're awful quiet, you know. Awful quiet. Are they always this quiet? No. Okay. All right. We're going to take another music break, and we're going to share some of the music of Mr. Ellijay. I know you love him. I know you miss him. He's still working in the studio, but he's making a lot of progress. He can't make quite as much progress as he'd hoped because he's too busy buffing and looking and touching on that 66 Chevelle that he's got going on. So here we go to some of Mr. Ellijay's Christmas music.
Is that Rudolph?
I think so.
You're in Ellijay?
Yeah.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They wouldn't let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They wouldn't let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. But then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer,
you'll go down in history.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer,
you go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you go down in history. Without you, I'll be so blue, thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't mean a thing, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll have another blue with your Christmas of white, but I'll have another blue Christmas.
Okay, for all you Mr. Ellijay lovers, you got to hear a little of his Christmas music, and the next few days you're going to get to hear a little more of it, I promise you. And then you're going to actually get to see a rerun of he and I here last Christmas, because I think y'all deserve it. You've been so good this year, and Santa says he's going to be good to y'all. So be good to somebody today. Do something for somebody else. You know, it's like this beautiful young lady just wanted to reach out and touch somebody with your music. And I thought that was really, really awesome. Was it your idea to put it on Facebook that you wanted to do this, or was it your mom's?
It was both of ours.
Well, I think it was a really, really good idea, and thank you for coming to be with us, and thank you for, you know, it's amazing. Your story is a success story. I'm a success story. I wasn't supposed to be here. We never know what God's plans are, and it's like your little sister, you know, you talk about a neonatal unit, half the kids that go in there don't come out. You know, they don't make it, and so what a survivor story. And that's what life is all about. You know, no matter what we face, we can do something today for somebody else that'll make a difference tomorrow. So what are y'all going to do today for somebody? Think about it. What could you do?
Probably gonna help my dad with some stuff.
And what are you going to do for somebody else today? You know what you can do? You can pick up the phone and call somebody you haven't talked to in a while, because this is the time of year there are a lot of sad people. There are a lot of people who've lost loved ones. There are a lot of people who are alone. And so it's good just to make a phone call. Just think of somebody you haven't talked to in a while and maybe make a phone call, or handwrite a note to somebody and send a note to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. Because there's a lot of sadness going on in the world. As much happiness as there is, there's a lot of sadness too. So this is the time of year that I think we should all reach out to somebody and make a difference. And y'all got to see my difference that my friend Bonnie did for me, and I'm so excited. And y'all will have to come to the Ball Ground Parade, and you will get to see me in my shirt. And I do love it, Miss Bonnie. And thank you so much. And it says, in memory of Coca-Cola bottling, Ball Ground, Georgia. And if you have a Coca-Cola bottle from Ball Ground, Georgia, I would love to have it sitting in our window display, because that's a bottle that's missing. But isn't that cool? I love my shirt. And if you would like to have a shirt like this, you can call me, and I will say, Bonnie, you need to make more of them. But I love it, love it, love it. I hope that you will join us at the parade. And again, it is Friday night, and then this weekend the events are going to be happening in downtown Ball Ground. We're going to have vendors and all kinds of things going on for the Christmas market, so don't forget that. It's going to be all day Saturday and Sunday. And if we're lucky, the temperatures will rise just a little bit, because when I saw the snowman, I said, uh-oh, the snowman's done jinxed us, because here comes the cold weather. Stay warm, stay happy, stay healthy, and do something for somebody else. I promise you it'll come back to you many, many times. I'll see you again soon on The Sherry Show, on ETC, on YouTube. And don't forget, you can check out any of the programs we've done in the past. We're posting a lot of them. So if you were on here years and years ago, you might show up on YouTube. And if you're thinking about how would you like to decorate your house, the tour of my daughter's home is on YouTube. You can check that out. The tour of my house is on YouTube. You can check that out, and it will give you some holiday decorating ideas. So sit down, get yourself a cup of coffee, click on YouTube, and go look for, how am I going to decorate my house this year? You might come up with something different just by doing like I did. Go to the kitchen cabinets. I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow, Lucy Harris will be with us. I'm very, very excited. We know and we love her. And we're excited to be able to share maybe some of her poetry, maybe some music. I'm not sure what she's going to bring, but it's always fun when Lucy's with us. So tune in again tomorrow, and don't forget, you can go to YouTube and check out all our programs. I'll see you again soon. Thanks, ladies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, y'all.